interested in working some amethyst. This is some amethyst that I got as a Christmas present for my son and family, and it came in a package here with some information about the about the amethyst. One of the things that it says, it uncovers self-destructive patterns, promotes assimilation of oxygen, impacts your 6th, 7th, and 8th and above chakras. Well, I don't know where my chakras are, but I want those to be activated, and I certainly need to uncover my self-destructive patterns. So rather than keeping these as rough stones, I'm going to make cabochons out of them and polish them. Here's the bulk of what was in the package. Here are the ones that I selected to work with. Now these have fractures in them, so it's kind of tumbling material, but I think I can still make some nice cabochons out of these. So it'll be fun to try. I'll show you the progress. Here is a piece of amethyst, the one that my son and family gave to me for Christmas, or at least one of the pieces. I'm going to go ahead and make a cab out of this, or a cabochon. This side here, which is the flattest, I'll grind that down to be completely flat since I'm not going to use a saw. Then around the edges until it takes on a cab shape. This of course will be a free form shape, and you really don't know what it'll end up to be until you're done and have cut out all of the imperfections. It looks like it will be, though, rather long and narrow. So I'll get going on that. And you can see here that it is starting to get flat on the back. So here, I don't know if you can see, but the back is pretty much nearly flat at this point. And I've started to form the sides. And I'll continue working the sides and the back even more, and then start the dome over the top of the cab. So here I have started the dome. It's coming along. There's an imperfection right here where it's pitted. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to have to either grind that down further, which might make this too thin on this end, or take that completely off right here. Also, well, that's the main thing I have to do. So here is the amethyst preformed, and you can see it has a dome now. And at this point, I will stop and put it on a dop stick. This is to remind you where I've come from. Here is the rough amethyst, and here are the preformed cabs of the 5 pieces I selected to work with. That middle one right there being the one that you saw me work on the lapidary machine. So here is my dop stick with some dopping wax on it. There's a little alcohol burner here that I'll get the wax nice and melted, and then attach it to my stone, which is on a hot plate. What I'm doing is just getting it all rolled out so it'll be nice and even. I'm going to grab the stone real quick. It's pretty hot, that stone. And there we have the stone on the dop. I'll make sure that it's centered nice and balanced before I get back on the machine. Here's just a quick look at all the stones on their dopping sticks. I will begin the finishing of the form and then the polishing after that. Okay, so here I've got my bevel where I want it to be, this outside edge here, and I've got the dome how I want it to be. So I'll now move to my 220 grit and start the first of the sanding. So you can see here we have a polish on the stone with the 3000 diamond belt, and still though it'll take a much higher polish using the aluminum oxide on my end buffing pad. So here I'm wiping off the aluminum oxide. There's a pretty high polish now. The last thing I have to do is to put it on my ZAM buffer, which is right there. So I'll do that next. And there you have it. A nice amethyst with a high polish. You can see inside the stone the I don't know what you call it, almost the cloudy waves. But I'll take it off the dop. I'll actually polish the back since it's semi-transparent, and that'll make it even more lustrous. Once again, from our starting point, you can see the cabs that we ended up with. I think they look pretty nice. Thanks to my son for giving me this material to work with. It was a lot of fun. But you can see the centerpiece is the one that we worked on throughout the video. I think they look really nice. If I can get this one, you can see how what a nice polish it has. Interesting pattern inside. The back is also polished, but I think that would make a nice piece of jewelry, or I'll just keep it and look at it. Thanks for watching.